many times this week have you thought, I just can't keep doing everything myself? If you're an ambitious agent, that thought hits hard. But when is that feeling actually a sign that you need to hire help? When is it just a busy Tuesday? So today we're going to talk about the exact moment that I knew it was my first time to hire my assistant and when it might be the right time to hire yours. So it was around October many years ago where I was having a meeting with my broker going over my transactions for the year. I had completed about 40 or 50 transactions, but I just wanted to do more and more. And he finally looked at me and he said, "You do realize, Tara, that you can't do everything by yourself, right?" And I'm thinking, well, why not? That thought had not even crossed my mind. And I thought, well, maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to hire an assistant. But I was terrified to hire an assistant. To me, an assistant is an expense. And it was scary to think about taking that next step. But at the time, I was everything. I was the listing coordinator. I was the closing transaction coordinator. I was the runner. I was the marketing person. I was all things. Because when you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. So here are 4 key signs that you might need to hire an assistant. Number 1, you're drowning in admin work. It's not healthy to find yourself buried in paperwork instead of working with clients. Because after all, clients is where you make money, right? So if you feel like you're more of an admin professional than a real estate agent, well, there's your first sign. An assistant, well, they can take over scheduling, they can take over your emails, your transaction coordination. And while all that stuff is very important, that's not the reason why you got into this business. Your job is to be a superstar agent, not the office manager. Number 2, you're missing opportunities. Have you ever gotten a text from a past client that says, "Hey, just checking in, I never heard back from you"? Or you saw a lead that came in and by the time you got to it, it was days later and they're already working with someone else. So when opportunities are slipping through the cracks because you're just too swamped, that's not a personal failure, it's a system failure. And having an assistant, it will allow you to focus on what you do best, and that's getting more leads and getting more deals closed. Number 3, you're capped out on time. If your calendar is packed, you're working nights, you're working weekends, and your income has flatlined, well, then you've probably hit a personal capacity. The only way to break through that glass ceiling is to get help. So think of an assistant as not just an expense, but as your personal leverage. They give you back your most valuable asset, and that's time. And with time, you can make a lot more money. And number 4, does your budget support it? Now, this is one that stops most people. It did me. Let's simplify it. Don't think of it as, can I afford an assistant? But just flip the question and ask yourself, can I afford not to? If you're consistently doing enough volume that paying a part-time assistant would leave you with a nice profit, then you're ready. Start with just a few hours a week. And then your goal is to free up enough of your time to focus on what brings money to the table. Your income pays for the assistant and a whole lot more. So if you recognize these signs in your business, it may be time to consider hiring someone. Hiring your first assistant is scary, but it's also very exciting because you can take the time to build a real business and not just have a busy job. If you want to talk through the specifics of hiring someone, what it takes to delegate, how to find the right person, how to make the numbers work, holler at me. I'm here to help. Just call or email me and let's build a plan to get you your time back because you've earned it. Thanks for watching.